you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K,
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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K,
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 S-I-C-K.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. The Eye Test with Pierre, McGuire, and Jimmy Murphy.
The Stanley Cup winning Colorado Avalanche. And after 22 years, Raymond Moore
The sickest NHL podcast. It's gonna be sick.
And welcome to another edition of the Eye Test here on the Sick Podcast Network. He is Pierre McGuire. I am Jimmy Murphy. Pierre, how are you, my friend?
Very well, Jimmy. How you doing?
Good. Heck of a first game we just saw today in the bronze medal game for women's hockey. Swiss wins it in overtime, Pierre, and you called it on the phone with me right before overtime. Alina Mueller gets the winner. She is just a sensational player.
Yeah, great player out of Northeastern University. Her brother played in the National Hockey League for San Jose and from New Jersey. He's playing back in the Swiss League now. She's a tremendous player, plays for Boston in the PWHL. Really enjoyed watching her play this entire Olympics. This is huge for women's hockey in Switzerland. Mm-hmm. It's great for women's hockey at the Olympics. I give full value to Sweden in their effort level. They played they had a 1-0 lead most of the game. They played really well. And it's good for Swedish hockey as well because they'll get some funding now. You know, the hidden story was after the last Olympics, they weren't getting a lot of money. And now all of a sudden, I think people will see that they're starting to make progress again. So that's good, Jimmy. But I was really thrilled for the Swiss. That's a big moment in Swiss hockey. It's great.
Well, tons to cover. We'll get to the gold medal game coming up, USA Canada, in a second, Pierre. Pierre, one thing I want to do before we get into the hockey today is, you know, and I apologize that I didn't do this before, but I'm in the midst of it here, kind of, you know, so much madness around what happened here in Rhode Island the other day in Pawtucket at Dennis Lynch Arena, which I'm very familiar with. I live 15 minutes from there, and I just kind of wanted to let the dust settle because there's so much political stuff that gets involved. But I just want to say right now, like, it's this community right now is shell-shocked. And for everybody that's watching in Rhode Island, we're thinking of you right now because we know what we went through here in December. And then to have this happen here, and also, you know, in a hockey game of all places, Pierre, we're thinking of everybody that was affected by that. Just a tragic event.
Yeah, terrible. We're thinking of everybody there. I called Jimmy right away, just so everybody knows. And I said, "What's going on there?" He goes, "I live right near there." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah." And that was shocking.
It was just deja vu too, because I heard, just like I did in December, Pierre, I'm driving on the highway coming back from Market Basket because I had to talk to you on the way over there, and all of a sudden I'm hearing sirens and choppers everywhere, and I'm like, oh man, I just had that feeling like, not again. Yeah. And sure enough, so it's just we're thinking everybody there. It's a great hockey community here. I saw a really nice tweet by Dave Gosher, our friend who does play-by-play for the Vegas Golden Knights. He's from there, skated there, so our thoughts go out to everybody affected. Pierre, as I said, women's gold medal. Let's get into that, and then we'll recap what was one of, in my lifetime, one of the greatest Olympic hockey days, men's hockey that is, that we saw yesterday. But let's talk about this gold medal game right now. Everyone's looking at it saying USA is going to win this easily, but you never know. I mean, teams can make adjustments. You play a team once in the Olympics. Maybe you overlook them if you beat them as handily as USA did in the first meeting. What does USA need to do to make sure that doesn't happen?
Show up. Compete. Seriously, don't be overconfident. Show up and start on time. Everybody says hockey's a 60-minute game. In this case, for Canada, this is a 10-minute game.
Yes.
If you don't control the first 10 minutes of this game, you're in trouble. If you do control the first 10 minutes, you got a legitimate chance to win. So for the Americans, it's pretty simple. You've got to maintain your defensive posture. You have to be a tough team to forecheck, which they've been the entire tournament. That's why they've only given up 1 goal the whole tournament. Mm-hmm. You got to be really smart in terms of how you play through the neutral zone because, you know, Canada's going to try to trap it up. And you cannot be drawn into taking stupid penalties after the whistle. Canada watched some of the other games, and the U.S. has a preponderance of overreacting to scrum situations. So I'm sure they're going to try to do that. If the Americans bite, that's their tough luck. They were warned, and I'm sure their coaches have warned them. But I would expect, honestly, that it's going to be a hard game. But if the first 10 minutes don't go Canada's way, I think it's a hard game for them to win.
Yeah, and you bring up the neutral zone there too, Pierre. And as you predicted, heading into that first game between these two countries, that would be a factor. And it was the biggest factor, was the Americans' ability to move it through and to get offense from their defense. If you're Canada's coach right now, you bring up the word trap there, but specifically, how can you slow them down when they're coming through the neutral zone?
Trap it up, like you said. I think the biggest thing is just make sure you get pucks deep so that you're not giving up quick counters. if you allow quick counter, so let's say you're attacking the American defense and you turn the puck over,
you're going to get burned.
Their quick counter game. So Taylor, Heisey, Abby Murphy, Alex Carpenter, Hillary Knight. I can go down the line of their roster. I don't need to look at notes. They're stacked. Like, they're really good. And then you compound that with Caroline Harvey, who's an elite skater, and Haley Wynn, who's an elite skater, and Megan Keller, who's an elite skater, and Layla Edwards, who's an elite skater. You know, you can't. So part of that is, if you want to control the neutral zone, force them to come out of their own end first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember coaching against Jacques Lemaire, and I remember coaching against Terry Murray. Really, both of them really good structural coaches, like phenomenally good. Yeah. And they both played the 1-2-2. They both played the 1-2-2, the trap. So I came up with a formula. If you want to beat the trap, trap the trap.
I love it.
Trap the trap.
I love it.
The only way you can trap the trap is to get pucks in behind their defense. Mm-hmm. And then when they come out, you trap them, and then they're disjointed. What usually happens when you play a trap team, you open up. You try to create more off the rush because they're skating backwards and you're skating forwards, and they can't match pace with you. So I had a thing where I would say, okay, they want to trap us? Good. We're going to trap the trap.
Yep.
And that's what we did. And more times than not, they were either really tight games or we won, you know, and that's just how it was. So I think that's a big part of this for Canada in particular. If they do not force the Americans to go 200 feet, they're going to be in big trouble.
All right. Well, let's, Pierre, let's look back at that day yesterday. I mean, look, it started off with a great win by Slovakia, 6-2 win, but we're thinking, man, are we ever going to just get a really tight, competitive, overtime type game in the men's tournament here? And then we got 3 of them in a row. It was just, what a day for hockey, for Olympic hockey there. And I want to start with the Canada-Czechia game there. First off, just so people know, I've been scanning social media right now. It looks like no updates on Sidney Crosby right now, other than that John Cooper said his intentions are that Sid will play again in this tournament. That's all he said. And he said that.
So he's got, listen, Sid's either going to play in the gold medal game or Sid's going to play in the bronze medal game. I'll be really surprised if he plays tomorrow. I'll be really surprised.
And like, by the way, too, I see people out there right now, they're saying Gudas was a cheap shot on that was just an unfortunate incident, Pierre. I know that Gudas is known for crossing the line, but just like we had to earlier in the tournament when everybody was casting blame on Tom Wilson just because of his reputation, we got to not do that now. Resist from doing that, because that was just it was a good hit. It was an unfortunate incident, and I don't think he should be blamed.
Pittsburgh Penguin fans, and I'm one of you. Like, I care a lot about Sid and I care a lot about the Penguins. We had some pretty tough guys that played for us, and those were hits that were pretty commonplace, and nobody complained about it.
Yeah,
it's part of the game, and I will tell you this: nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. Like, I'm telling you, you can coach the roughest style of hockey you want to coach, you still don't want to see anybody get hurt. You do not. And so Radko Gudas is a good player. You would want him on your team
on a heartbeat.
That's why he's a captain in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Look, Pat Verbeek's a strict guy. Trust me, I coached him. He's a strict guy. He wouldn't just name him captain unless the guy could bring something to the party. Joel Quenneville's a strict guy.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan Tage is a captain. He's had Joe Sakic as a captain. Like, think about it. He's had Al McInnes and Chris Pronger as captain. Come on.
And I'm glad you're saying that, Pierre, because before we get to the Canadian side, I want to credit Gudas and Pasternak, who I thought made it a point to put the team on their backs. I thought they were the 2 best leaders out there.
Yeah, Roenick. Don't forget Philip Roenick.
Philip Roenick
was Jimmy. I've never seen him play so well.
Yeah.
Never seen him play so smart in his own zone, in the neutral zone. He opened my eyes. I used to see him play, and I'd question his decision-making without the puck. Not in this tournament. He was fantastic. So those 3 guys, I would seed you, were really good. And just to do a little history lesson for everybody out there, because I'm reading, oh yeah, Chervenka, he should be signed. He's 40 years old. He was a really good player in Czech.
Yep.
When it was Czech Republic. He's represented the Czech Republic 5 times in the Olympics. This was his 5th one. First one was way back when, in 2010 in Vancouver. And I will tell you right now, he had a cup of coffee with Calgary, and it didn't work out the way he wanted, and he went home. He's not coming back to the NHL. So please, can we just stop this? You know, like, just honestly, it's like, okay, I love the fact that the Italian goalie was really good. And I know that he's really big.
Yep.
And I hope he makes it to Anaheim. I hope he does.
Yeah.
Do you really think he's better than Lucas Dostal? No. So,
who, by the way, too, deserves credit too for
a huge amount of credit. But like, all I'm asking for people to do, because Jimmy sends me all this info, because I don't go there. Yeah. Just please, like, don't get hooked on a quick hit. Just because, you know what I mean?
Quick narrative. Yeah.
Yeah. It takes, to evaluate a player properly, probably takes 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah. But not just watching like snippets of games.
Yep.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah. And it's okay if he doesn't make it over here. He still had a good career over there, and that should be celebrated.
Exactly. But Cervenka is a really good player. But we just,
you know, I think the other thing too, the good example here, the Giannoni kid, the goal. Oh, no, he's not a kid. He's 38 years old. The goalie for Swiss. He's an unbelievable story. Look at how great he was. Look at how he carried his team to world championships, and he did it again here.
Agreed.
And people are like, well, why didn't he make it to the NHL? Because the NHL is the NHL. That's.
So it's not like 5 seconds of difference. It's probably, you're talking about, you know, a quarter of a second or a half a second.
Right.
Quicker. NHL's like all that stuff. So when you compound that, that's probably 2 to 3 seconds quicker in everything. Release points, passing, skating, stick handling, toe drag, whatever. All that, everything adds up to being quicker in the NHL. It doesn't mean those guys can't play games.
Right.
It just, can they last 82 games?
Yeah.
Like, and if you don't believe me, go watch Macklin Celebrini play. If I airdrop Macklin Celebrini tomorrow into the Swiss Elite League, go watch what he does to the league. Go watch what he does to the league. He's at a whole other level. It's like, I'll never forget watching. Scotty said to me, he went over first and he saw Forsberg and he said, Pierre, dynamic, unbelievable. Now, this was when Forsberg was 17, not when he was 20. He was 17.
Wow.
And he says, Pierre, I'm telling you, really at another level. And I said, are you sure? And he says, yep. So I went over and I saw Peter play twice, and Peter was really good, Jimmy. He was really good. But Naslund was better. And I wrote that in a report. They were line mates.
Right.
So Scotty goes, you're wrong. He says, you better do some digging. So I did. Forsberg was sick. And then he got diagnosed with mononucleosis his draft year.
Oh, wow.
And that's why Naslund, in my eyes, from having seen him that small sample size, was better, because one guy was really ill and the other guy was 100% healthy. So then I go back later in the year and I call Scotty and I say, you were right. And I was wrong.
How many of those calls have you had with Scotty over the years?
A lot. But
I've had many with you, I'll say that.
But it's good, though.
Yeah, it's great.
Because that's how you learn.
Exactly.
That's how you learn. And so I just want people to understand, like, the scouting process, it's great. This is why Scotty always tells me, don't fall in love with players. You can like them, but don't love them.
Yep.
It's like, and he said, he has the best line.
I know.
They're like racehorses and ex-wives. They cost you money. And it's true. I mean, it's the way it is. So it's not Scotty calling right now, by the way.
I know. I was like, that was good timing there.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt you and Murphy.
I look forward to getting you on again, Scotty. And that reminds, I got to get that thing I found for him up to him. I found a really cool little thing that Scotty will definitely enjoy. I showed to Pierre. All right, Pierre, back to that game. And a big credit to Czechia, too. That was obviously by far their best game of the tournament. And again, for Pasternak, too. Look, I said to Pierre throughout, I said, something.
Keep talking. I just got to write one thing down, but keep talking.
Well, I had said to Pierre throughout the tournament, and I was a little worried actually coming in. Something's off with him. I'm starting to get nervous that Pasternak's hurt. That may be the case. but whatever it was, he was able to overcome it yesterday, and that was by far his best game.
Oh, he was tremendous.
That shot, there was
he was tremendous.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if he's a little sick. He wasn't the same player, but
he found it.
He found it for when it mattered.
Yeah,
that would have been devastating for Canadian hockey because they would not have won a medal. So that would have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been elite for Czech hockey because it would have put them in a medal opportunity. And they're kind of now going up again. They're going up again.
In my mind, that was going to be my next question, Pierre. I said, do you think even in defeat that will help Czech hockey as a whole in the big picture?
I hope I get a chance to spend some time with Jágr soon. And I'm going to ask him because he's got a lot invested in it. Obviously, he owns a team in Kladno and he still plays, obviously. And I'd like to hear what he has. I really defer to him on that. He's such an expert on it. He really cares. He's such a proud member of their hockey fraternity in Czechia, but also you could probably say he and Hasek, I would think, are probably the two of the greatest players ever from their country.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. On the Canadian side, Pierre, obviously we already talked about the Crosby injury and we will monitor that. I'm with you. I don't see him playing tomorrow. I do think he finds a way to play. If they make it to the gold medal, then he'll play there. But looking at the rest of the team there, one of the big question marks, and rightfully so, coming into yesterday's game was what will happen with Nick Suzuki. And you've been on this the whole time. He's just not a wing. And that's why he's struggling right now. But when they needed him most, he stepped up. How was he able to do it? And how was he able to step up when they needed him most?
Pierre? I saw the tempo of his game pick up when he was moved off the wing. He started utilizing his peripheral vision. He's a right-hand shot, but he can pass on his backhand. He can pass on his forehand. He can attack down the left side. He can attack down the right side. But when he's on the right side, he's got to kind of stay in that lane. And he gets pigeonholed and he gets bottled up and he can't process. It's not his fault. It's just every player's different.
Yeah.
Joey Mullen couldn't play center. No chance. But I can tell you one thing. He could play left wing or right wing because he was the king of the chip outs. Pucks come around the boards, it's out. It is not staying in.
Exactly.
Because he figured out a way to have escapability. Some guys get that. Some guys don't. I don't think Nick gets that. That's okay. That doesn't make him a bad player.
Exactly.
He's a really good player. But once he got to the middle after Sid went down, you could see he's a totally different player.
Yeah.
Totally different player.
The eye-hand coordination on that tip, too.
So that puck was probably going 3 to 4 feet wide.
Yeah.
And Dostal, he played it right. You can't fault him.
Yep.
But that thing changed direction so fast because to bat that out of the eye the way Nicky did, that took a lot of skill. I think he was also obviously playing a little guilty because the goal that everybody talks about now with the too many men on the ice, he was part of that.
Yep.
Whether you like it or not, he was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really admire guys that can look into the abyss and come out looking okay.
Yep.
And Nicky's done that, and he looks good now, which is great. I'm so happy for him.
Yep. And of course, Mitch Marner with the game winner, the overtime. And Pierre, I don't like, at what point do the Marner haters just say
they're not
got it wrong?
No,
I think they're just never gonna, are they? I give up.
They're not gonna.
I mean,
that's why I laugh. I mean, I'm not trying to start a fight with anybody. Like, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. But I'm just going to tell you right now, Marner's proven time and time again.
He can play.
He can play, man.
He can play in the most.
Toronto always won when he was there. They didn't win and take advantage of the playoff opportunities they had, but they won during the regular season.
Yeah.
And they were a good team, and power play was good. Penalty kill was good. He was all part of that. They played 5 forwards on the power play, and he played the point. That's all I know. Mark Savard lost his job because the power play wasn't any good. The power play wasn't any good because they were missing one guy.
Exactly. And you know what? And this is no knock on Austin Matthews either. We'll get to him in a bit, but he hasn't been the same without him either. It's the guy was part of the engine there in Toronto, and just to blindly say, no, that's not true.
It's a great but Jimmy, it's such a good lesson. I've talked to you about it away from the microphone, but it's a really important lesson for managers and people that run teams. You can't be bullied. If you allow yourself to be bullied by the media and bullied by your fan base, and you make decisions based on that, and you take it personal, you're never going to win.
No.
You're never going to win. You can listen to what they have to say. You maybe can acknowledge it, but you better make sure that your idea is the one that lasts longer than theirs.
Exactly.
Because hey, maybe you agree with them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd wonder, why you would agree. I'd ask if I were the owner of the Toronto Maple Leafs before they didn't sign Marner, I'd ask them, do we have a player internally that's better than him? I'd wait for the answer. And then if they said, yeah, we do, who is that player? Show me the stats. I want to see them. Show me the age. And then I would say, who is Mitch Marner like in the National Hockey League? Give me 5 players who he's like.
Mm-hmm.
Those players ever traded out of their organization, or have they stayed with their organization? There are all these different things you can ask to stimulate conversation and ideology to run a team. I'm going to bet money that they never did that in Toronto.
Yep.
I'm going to bet money they didn't.
Win that bet. I really do. I really do. All right, we're going to move on to the Finland win over Swiss, another overtime thriller, Pierre. Really looked like Swiss had them, and then all of a sudden Finland just found their groove. And what was the difference there to you when Finland started to click and find it and force the overtime?
Miro Heiskanen started taking over the game. Arturi Lehkonen started taking over the game. Sebastian Aho started taking over. Their puck possession game was a lot better. I was so impressed by the courage of the Swiss.
Oh my God.
Honestly, Jimmy, they're decimated by injury. All the guys that are hurt. Nico Hischier went to a whole other level. Timo Meier played really well. I give him a lot of credit. They had Roman, Yossi. There were a lot of guys there that were courageous. You talked about the goaltender. I thought he was good. I just think the Finns had way too much. They're better players, elevated at the right time. Especially, I think he should still be a Montreal Canadian, but oh my gosh.
Pierre, I told you, we were talking about it earlier this morning. Right after he scored that goal, I immediately thought of that overtime winner against Vegas. Yep. And the poor mistake by Fleury, as you pointed out to me on the phone.
Yeah.
I thought of that, and I'm like, wait a minute. He had a couple other ones. And sure enough, I'm like,
Colorado, he did.
With Colorado, he sent them to the final, and then he got the Stanley Cup winner. The guy is clutch.
You know what? Arturi, not only is he clutch, Arturi's a really good kid. Like, a lot of Finns are kind of they're calm, cool, and cool. He's got a little jam to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like that part of his game. That he's an energetic guy. I like the way he plays. I always have. We were in conversations to try to get him.
Yeah.
When I was working for a different team, but didn't work out. Anyways, yeah.
You think there were some celebrations in a certain steakhouse in Southern California yesterday?
Timu's place, yeah. Well, one of the things Timu's got to be pumped about, I know we've talked about it before. This is more for our new viewers and listeners. I'll never forget the 2014 Olympics in Sochi, and they were playing in the bronze medal game, and Timu was basically mentoring Mikael Granlund.
That's right. I remember you telling me.
Just mentoring. And it was so awesome. We had great Visovich showing like how he would talk to him on the bench. That's one of the great parts about being inside the glass, between the benches. You can hear and see that stuff. And
I wish they caught those moments more nowadays, but it is what it is.
Anyways, I look at Michael Granlund now, and I see him wearing the C for Finland, and here we are. What is it? 14 years later.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Yeah,
it's actually 12 years. 12 years later.
Yeah,
I just think those are, to me, like, nobody knows that. Timo knows it. Granlund knows it.
Yeah,
the coaching, the players that played, but that's one of those stories that has to get. Timo's an amazing ambassador for the sport. He is, but nobody really appreciated what a great leader he was. Timo's an amazing leader. Amazing.
Yep.
I want to share one thing. You might get mad at me.
Go ahead.
So Gordon Miller and I are doing the San Jose, Colorado playoff series, and Timu's had played for the Sharks, but now he's playing for Colorado. And he was a healthy scratch for a playoff game.
Whoa.
And he saw me leaving the rink, he was by, in San Jose, when you leave the rink, the buses are in the back, so you got to go out that way. So I'm walking out. He's by the bus, the team bus, and I'm going to walk back. We're all everybody's staying at the Fairmont Hotel. And Timo goes, "I want to talk to you." And I thought he was mad at me for something. I said, "What's up?" He goes, "I need to talk to you privately." I'm like, "Okay." And he says, "Where are you going to be later?" I said, I'm walking back to the hotel. We're in the same hotel at the Fairmont. So I said, "Okay, wait in the lobby." So I go there, sit in the lobby. Gord's like looking at my partner, looking at his watch, going, "I want to go have dinner and have a couple drinks." So we're waiting. And all of a sudden the bus comes in, Colorado's bus, and Timo's there. We go in a little secluded part of the lobby. "I've never been a healthy scratch in my life. This guy hates me. I don't understand it. I'm ready to quit." The lockout came the next year. It saved his career. Right. It saved his career because he was able to rehabilitate. But Tony Granato was that coach, and Tony made him a healthy scratch because Timo didn't have anything left in his leg. Mm-hmm. And he was trying to save the player from himself, which I totally understood. Okay. But then Timo learned from that. He ends up going back to Anaheim and fully rehabbed. And then you see in 2007, wins the Cup.
Great story. Good stuff there. All right, so let's look ahead at look back to the USA Sweden, then we'll preview up the games for tomorrow, and we'll get a little more in depth tomorrow. Reminder to everyone out there, tomorrow we are on at 9:30 a.m. So we're going to do sort of a pregame thing. I know we've been going at noon, but we both got a lot going on, and we don't want to be on during the games because it's just been too tough to concentrate, to be honest, for me. I'm
not gonna lie, it's like I want to pay attention to our viewers and to my partner Jimmy, who I love to be with, and I just it bothers me. Like I'm looking over now.
I got whiplash now, Pierre. But we will do that 9:30 a.m. So join us then. We'll tee up both games, the semifinals, and we'll look back obviously on USA Canada, whatever happens today. But Pierre, the USA Sweden game. I mean, we can go on and on about Quinn Hughes, amazing overtime goal, but what to you was the key for USA to get out of that game? Because there were times where it looked like, they're in some trouble. What was the key to you?
I thought Connor was great right from the start. His rebound control was really good. His puck handling was really good. He was engaged in the game, Jimmy. Mm-hmm. He wasn't swimming in the nets. When he's not good, he's swimming in the net. Yep. He was upright. He was stout. He was playing the puck. He was communicating with his defense. The puck stuck to him like he was Velcro. But I love the way he digested and read the game. So I thought that was important.
That's huge.
I think the team defense was good, not just the defenseman, the team defense, because there were portions of early parts in the game where the Swedes were dominating territorially, but most of it was to the outside, and that's because of structured, layered team defense, which is really good. And quite honestly, you nailed it. The Quinn Hughes factor is huge. He and Charlie had some stout hits. Holy moly, did he have some big hits.
I brought that up.
Charlie was tough as nails yesterday.
I texted you this yesterday during the game, and you agreed with me. I'm going to tell our listeners right now because there's a huge, unfortunately, too big. I won't say huge, but too big of a portion of the fan base here and some media, Pierre, that want him out of Boston and don't appreciate him. And as I said to you, I said, this tournament right now, watching him play with Quinn Hughes, and I'm not saying you're going to go out there and just find a superstar like Hughes, but Quinn allows Charlie to be himself. I feel like at times, and just because of the way the roster is constructed in Boston, it's not his fault. It's just by chance. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. He's not able to be himself. He's not able to do what he does best. You mentioned some of it right there, the big hits, the physical presence, because he's worried too much about producing offense. I think he's more of the balanced guy, right? He shouldn't be worried more on the offense side. And I see him out there being himself right now, and it's so effective. It's unreal to watch.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but you're right, and it's perfectly said by you. It's really important. Like he's got to be one of those all-around guys,
right?
And I think he is. I thought yesterday there's a reason why Quinn can go because he knows Charlie's going to be back. Yeah, there was a great play in the second period where Quinn walked the line. They had an exchange, and then Charlie came down, and there was a big rebound. Markstrom, one of the only rebounds Markstrom gave up yesterday. Mm-hmm. And it was chunky, and it was, I mean, Charlie was right there. Now, the puck was rolling a bit, so he couldn't probably put it where he wanted to. He puts it in a Markstrom's chest, but it doesn't matter. It's a great play. Yep. It's almost impossible to cover. It is, because you got to worry about Hughes. Hughes is almost impossible to cover one-on-one.
Right.
It is. And ask Gabriel. Gabriel Landeskog is a really good player, Jimmy. And he's a really good defensive player. But you could see he couldn't gap up.
They wanted that matchup so bad, didn't they?
3 on 3, he couldn't gap up on him. Like, it's not his fault. You know, and people got to, like, I didn't like, and Jimmy knows this, right from the start of the tournament. I called Jimmy up and I said, I don't know if these guys know how to coach like NHL tactics. And I know that Anders Sorensen is on their bench, and he's been a head coach in the NHL with Chicago, and he's an assistant there now. I just don't know how much the other coach listened to him, because I'm watching stuff and I'm going,
It was weird.
that's not NHL, man. I'm just telling you, you're going against these really good coaching staffs. That's not NHL coaching. And when I saw Landeskog out there,
what about not putting Brad into the overtime? What do you think of that?
Was weirdo too. That was one of the good catches actually by the NBC crew yesterday, where they caught that, hey, Brad hasn't been out, and then all of a sudden he's out. It took a while to figure out that Hedman wasn't playing, but that's another story for another day. But I don't want to take shots at the coach. I don't even know the man. I've watched his teams play, but I don't really know the man, so it's not even appropriate for me to comment. He maybe had a plan in his own mind, but the plan didn't work.
Yeah.
The Philip Forsberg stuff at the beginning of the tournament, not normal. Healthy scratch and Rasmus Dahlin after you start him on your first defensive pairing, not normal. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Starting Philip Gustafsson to start the tournament and then not even dressing him for the quarterfinal game, not normal.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of stuff, Jimmy, that you would never do in an NHL environment. Just not normal.
I want to talk about that tying goal there too, Pierre. One guy that you were high on coming into the tournament, Raymond. I mean, what a feed.
He's a special player.
I mean, what a feed to Larkin.
Like, you're a fan of the Detroit Red Wings, and they got an amazing fan base.
Yep.
They do, Jimmy. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
They have a great fan base, and their fans are awesome. I've done so many big games there, in Joe Louis in particular. No big ones in Little Caesars, but not in Joe Louis.
It's coming.
I hope so. It's important for the league.
Yes.
Important for the league. Anyways, this guy's really good. So you watch him every night, and you're like, what's he going to do next? And then you see, like, Dylan Larkin and he are chums. They're good buddies.
Yeah. You can see the chemistry, man. It's good.
So Larkin's, by the way, Larkin's had a great tournament.
Yeah, it's quiet. And nobody's really talking. It's just quiet. But that's Dylan Larkin.
But that's fine. But you know what he's doing? What he's doing better than anybody else in the tournament? He's winning faceoffs. That goal he scored last night, because it's a clean faceoff win. It's a good faceoff play. Obviously, Hughes to the net, and then he's there to deflect it. Dylan wins that faceoff. Dylan Larkin's won over 80% of his faceoffs in the tournament.
That's insanity.
Nobody's close to him.
Yeah, I think the next one was like 68 or something.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah.
So that's a big part. So if you're going to play in that role, by the way, that's good. They're going to have to figure out what are they doing with Clayton Keller, what are they going to do with Tage Thompson. They got to figure this out on the American bench.
Yeah,
they got some work to do to figure that. Like, if they're going to beat Canada, I'm not saying they've already beat Slovakia, because I think that's going to be a hard game, especially with Slav. Slav's playing so well. I'm so happy for Canadians fans.
Yeah.
Uri's playing
pretty
so well.
Contract now, isn't it?
Yeah, how's that contract making out?
It's doing all right. All right.
Picking him first overall, is that okay too? Oh my gosh.
So
you must have a lot of apology letters coming your way.
No, nothing. What are you gonna do? But hey, Pierre, yeah, definitely. I love that we both agree on Raymond and Larkin there, because I think they've been a key part so far. All right, we will tee up both those games tomorrow, as we said, at 9:30 a.m. But right now, we want to get to our sponsors and your questions. So let's do it. As we tell you, when you are up in Montreal, if you're looking for a great Italian meal,
Jimmy and I are going to be there very soon.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to get to that
soon.
Can you believe it's under a month?
I already got my flights booked. Everything's done, Jimmy. I'll see you there. 19th, I'm riding with you. Make sure you have your passport to get to Lake Placid.
We are going to figure it out for sure, my friend. All right. Actually, that reminds me, it expires in November, but we're good right now. All right. So like we tell you all the time, go to Vago Italian, because they combine old world classics and new Italian dishes for over 23 years. Private dining rooms for any occasion. They are open Monday to Saturday evenings and lunch from Tuesday to Friday. They're located 1336 Green Avenue in the Westmount neighborhood of Montreal. For reservations, call 514 514-846-1414. Again, that's 514-846-1414. We know our good producer Shane had a good time there with his mom on her birthday.
Yes.
And you will too if you go to Vago, so check it out. And of course, our friends over at Betway, where you can still go all the way with Betway and bet those beauties. If you're not a member yet, I don't know why you're not, but if you're not, go over there right now and get that amazing deal. Go to the QR code right in front of you or to the members section on the website. Fill out the details there, and you will get up to $300 back on your first deposit, even if you lose your first bet. Heck of a deal there. You must be 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Always bet responsibly. And remember, this is not available in Ontario. All right, I got some a pick for today, Pierre, and I'll give my semifinal picks tomorrow in our 9:30 show in the morning. So let's just keep it simple. Right to USA Canada in the gold medal game right now. It's been saying, and I told you this is how good USA hockey is compared to the rest of the field. It's hard to bet them on the puck line or the money line. It's like minus 20,000 right now to bet USA, or if you want, you can they have to win by 3 if you want to bet them on the goal line there. So I'm just going to give you the over under. I think this goes over. I see some goals. I think maybe Canada can get that second goal against USA in the whole tournament. But either way, I like it to go over 5.5. That's a pretty low over under for the way USA is playing right now. And that's at plus value at plus 130. So go over in that game. All right, let's get to the Q&A. What do we got? Will the USA women take the gold? I think so. I think
so.
Yep. All right, next. Juice, what's up, Juice? Pierre, if you were coaching against the U.S. women's hockey team, what would your game plan be on trying to beat them?
I would try to force a lot of face-offs. I'd try to keep the puck up against the boards as much as possible. I'd stay out of the penalty box. I would trap it up in the neutral zone. It wouldn't be a convoluted plan where you frustrate your skill, but you have to take their skill out of it without taking penalties. So lots of face-offs. Dominate face-off play would be stressed, and make sure you keep everything to the outside. And it's not convoluted, but you got to take the speed quotient out of their game. They're just too fast from the back end.
All right, next question. Marique, hey, what's up, Marique? Which non-NHL players at the tournament attracted the most attention and will potentially earn an NHL contract?
Yeah, no, it's a fair question. I mean, there's so many of them. Jimmy's talked about the goalie from Italy. I think Anaheim probably gives him an opportunity to come over. Spot check is a favorite of mine, but he's already playing in North America. He's just a kid. I watched him a lot in the minors because my kid played with him. So I think he's done really well. There's a lot. I mean, it's just to pinpoint one or two. I can't do that. I couldn't do that.
All right, next question. A to Z me. The tourney is not over yet, but which individual players have surprised you the most?
That's good. That's a good question. Well, Dylan Larkin with faceoffs, he's been really good. Like Dylan's quietly been really good. Mikkola for Finland's been outstanding. He's been really good. Palo for Finland's been really good. Hopefully that gets him into the Ottawa lineup. He's been really good. Well, I'm not surprised by Celebrini, but if anybody told me that he was going to dominate the tournament the way he has, I'd say I don't think
they wouldn't have had him as an MVP candidate.
Not at 19, no. But yeah. I saw Jonathan Taves at virtually at the same age do this, just not as good offensively. Yeah. He wasn't as good.
You mentioned one already, Pierre. You gave him a lot of praise, and I look, like we say, if we're wrong, we're wrong. Connor Hellebuyck, I've been highly critical of him in international play, and he has stood up. And I thought that was one of the best international games I've seen him play.
He was phenomenal, and he was focused.
Yep. And I'll even go a point further on the other side of that game in the other net. I thought Markstrom played great, and he's had a horrible season so far.
Yeah, he's been terrible this year, but that's fair. Fair point. Yeah, good.
For the Devils, he carries that home. All right, next question. PDCA Fargo. Also, I wonder if the IIHF will be holding a video call today with the entire group of officials. Some observers spotted the too many men on the ice. Actually, Pierre LeBrun, Fargo, they said that they actually spoke to them. They did have a meeting about it. They all admitted they missed it, but everyone essentially missed it. Even
I sent it to Jimmy today. Drew Doughty said it best. Nobody saw it.
Yeah.
Except for the fans in the stands that had their
It
cameras.
happens.
The broadcasters didn't catch it.
Nope.
The
I didn't catch it.
coaches didn't catch it. The players didn't catch it. Usually the players see it first. And I can tell you with a clear conscience, I didn't see it.
Yep. And the only way I saw it, and I'll credit the guy, his name is Dom Lecision. He does a good job analyzing prospects on social. He's a good guy. I've known him for a bit. He was there might have been first, and I apologize to anyone else if they had it up there first, but that was the first time I saw it when he had the still shot.
Yeah. So, and usually when you broadcast games, you see that because you're sitting up higher and everything kind of glows from up top. Nobody saw it. Not one feed.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything.
I thought, and of course, nobody knew at the time, but when the Czech coach comes out in the press conference and he starts railing against the officials, but nobody knew that had happened. But if they had, they would have been like, really, man, you got away with one there. Come on. Like,
yeah.
Anyway,
well,
right.
all I'll say is this. Mikael Holm was the official from Sweden, and Chris Rooney, who's a friend of this show, was the official for the United States. I would say neither one of them will put that game on their highlight reel.
All right. I'd agree. All right. Next question. Bill Van Vago. What's up, Bill? I noticed during one of the German games, Draisaitl sucked back a mustard pack. Is that something common or a homemade remedy?
I'm going to say that wasn't a mustard pack. I'm going to say it's probably a gel pack. And that happens a lot, yes.
All right, next question. CCU 9990. If Quebec was its own country, where would it rank amongst the top hockey nations? Interesting question.
Who's the best French player in the NHL?
Right now?
Let me just put it, this is for the person that asked the question.
Yeah.
Who's the best French player in the NHL? Who's the best French defenseman in the NHL? Who's the best French goalie in the NHL? So I don't want an answer. I would just want you to think about that. Let it fester.
Yep.
And then tell me where you think they rank.
All right. We're going to go to another question because I'm going to look at this too. And we'll get back to that in a bit, but I like the question a lot. All right. Next question. What do we got? Mr. White. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, boys. Any worries about all the injuries Canada has at the moment and their lack of puck moving ability on the back versus the USA if they face one another this Sunday?
Mr. White, I'm disappointed. From the start of the tournament, I've been talking about this.
Yep.
And I've been saying I'm only concerned about the Canadians' inability to move the puck out of their own zone. They desperately needed a player like Matthew Schaefer to be part of this. I wasn't counting on Morrissey's injury. I hope he's back. But yeah, that'll make a difference. If Morrissey's not nearly 100% and they keep having the same kind of problems coming out of their own zone, it's going to make it a tough game if they play the Americans.
So, Pierre, I just want to get back to this Quebec thing. I see what you're saying. It's not like it used to be.
No.
I mean, I just scrolled through top 20 goalies and there wasn't one Quebec-born goalie.
Well, you got to have Montembeault.
Yeah, Montembeault would be it. I mean, that
would be the one.
And then I'm scrolling through the stats right now, point leaders in the NHL, and I mean,
that's why I'm telling you the process. So the way you do that, if somebody brings that up to you in a meeting, you say, okay, who's the best goalie? Who's the best D? Who's the best forward? Then you can process it.
Jesus, it's gone down.
Thank you.
I'm at 40 and I haven't got to a French-born player in points yet, or Quebec-born player in points. Wow. All right. So as of now, no, they wouldn't rank too high. They may be back in the day for sure. When I was growing up.
Oh my gosh, come on. Like back in the day, they would have been really good. Yep. Think about it. Raymond Bourque, Mario Lemieux, Marty Brodeur.
Lafleur.
You can go down, look at all but I'm just talking about from that age group that be able to be a team.
Yeah.
They would be good. Claude Lemieux, Jocelyn Lemieux. I could throw a bunch of names. They'd be able to compete.
A to Z media is saying right now Ontario could make 10 teams. It would be Quebec. Ontario's
I don't know about 10. I wouldn't say 10. But
further ahead for sure.
They would be able to. Yeah. BC would be able to do it too. Oh, yeah. British Columbia would be able. How would Celebrini be on that team? He's a BC kid.
Next question. What do we got? Juice, Pierre, who's the best European hockey player that decided to never come to play?
I would say Eric Kuhnackel, 6'6" centerman from Germany. When I was playing over there, I actually saw him play a lot. He wore white skates with the Adidas trim. They were Adidas skates. He was probably the most highly sought of player back in the 70s and 80s. He was really good. His son played in the NHL. His son played for Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Tommy Kuhnackel.
That's
This guy was he was really good, special. But I think the Rangers offered him $500,000 to come over, and somebody did. I think it was the Rangers, and he turned it down. He's making too much money overseas. He really was. He was making a lot of money. He was probably the best guy that never came over.
All right. Next question. What do we got? Bill Van Vago. Elliot Friedman has reported that NHL players on Finland and Sweden are frustrated by decisions being made by non-NHL coaches on their staff. Do you have any insights? Has this happened before?
Go ahead, Jimmy. What have we been talking about?
Yeah, we've been saying this, and I don't want to get too much. I got to bite my tongue on this right now. I don't want to say anything I regret. But
I've already said my piece on what I
Pierre,
don't understand.
go back to the beginning of the show. Pierre did explain it there, and we don't want to insult anybody.
No, we don't. I don't want to do that because coaching the NHL is not coaching in Europe.
Yep,
it's two totally different things. I can say it. I almost took a job in Helsinki. I'm just telling you, working for Jarmo Kekalainen, running IFK Helsinki. That was back in the mid '90s, and I spent probably 7 to 10 days there watching league games, and it's just different. That's all. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's actually really good. I love going to games there.
Right.
But it's just different. It's not the NHL.
All right. Next question. Bill Van Vago, what are your thoughts on Adam Valentino? What are his strengths and weaknesses? How high might he be drafted?
You tell me. I don't know.
I don't know enough about him right now. Get back to me, Bill, as we get closer.
I'm in the middle of the Olympics here, Bill, with all due respect.
Yeah, but Bill, good on you to bring it up. All right, next question. Bill again. How good is Logan Sawyer at Providence College? I have seen him.
That I can speak to.
That I like. I like him a lot.
Logan's a good player. He plays in a really sound system that Nate Lehman has put into place in Providence. Providence, a really good team. He's got a chance. I'd say he's probably a B-level prospect, but he's got a chance. Yep.
All right. Next question. Is that it? I think that we good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's it. There we go. Get the right there from Shane.
You got a job to do. Find out about Adam Valentino.
I will. But once the Olympics are done, let me get through this.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We will. And look at that. Just under the gun. Go enjoy USA Canada gold medal game. And we will talk to you here on. And thanks to Shane, by the way, working the boards. Thanks to all our viewers and our listeners. And we will
What time tomorrow, handsome?
9:30 a.m. And again, as Pierre referenced earlier, I want to remind everybody, I'll start trying to do it every day for all you Montrealers up there or anyone that's going to be there on St. Patrick's Day. We will be at Hurley's Irish Pub, 1221 Crescent Street, downtown Montreal, right near the Bell Center. The Bruins and Canadians play that night at the Bell Center at 7. We will be at Hurley's 4 to 6 broadcasting, working on some guests to come in and join us in person. I want to thank Rod Appleby, the owner of Hurley's, for helping to make this happen, and O'Hare's beer. We'll start to get more details about this.
I can't wait to sample the product.
I know. I said, Pierre's going to look forward to that. So remember, March 17th, 4 to 6 p.m. at Hurley's on St. Patrick's Day, McGuire and Murphy. I mean, come on. It's going to be a lot of fun, so we hope you can join us. But go enjoy the hockey, and we will be back here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on the Eye Test on the Sick Podcast Network tomorrow morning.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Eye Test with Pierre McGuire and Jimmy Murphy on YouTube, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.